Let's meet Grit, a 42 years old office manager in Bangkok. By days, he's leading a team at work, handling deadlines, meeting, at the constant pressure of a performance. But the moment he clocks out, his second shift begins. At home, Grit is a caregiver, not just for aging parents but also his two young children. He wakes up early to prepare meals for his father, who suffers from diabetes, and spend his night helping his daughter with homework while booking medical appointment for his mother. Grit suffer from chronic stress and anxiety, not just because of the emotional weight, but also because time is never enough. Between his jobs, hospital visits, school events, and medication schedules, there's barely amounts of moment left for him. On top of that, he must navigate Thailand's complex healthcare system, where every hospital visits feel like decoding a puzzle. Long wait time, unclear process, and constant paperwork. Grit is not alone. He represents millions of people in Bangkok and beyond. Members of the sandwich generations, squeezed between the responsibilities of raising children, caring for their elder parents. For them, life is a daily juggling act, and the burden is both emotional and logistical. They're not just looking for convenience, they're desperately seeking clarity, support, and relief. This is the burden carried by countless families who deserve better, simply more human-centered healthcare solutions. So, this is also confirmed by our user interview. So we actually did an interviews. In addition, a report about sandwich generation in Bangkok informed that 48.7% have two children and 64.2% have three co-residential generations, meaning that this household have three generations from the kids themselves and then their old parents. Also, 25% have parents of their health status is below the average. So this is quite a big deal. We need to find solutions to fix this problem as soon as possible. So what if there is a solutions that fix all these pain points for the sandwich generations? Well, introducing Hospify. So we are simplifying and personalized Thai family care. So we are offering two distinct apps to address these needs to the two key user group. So first is going to be the patients themselves, and secondly it's going to be the health clinics. And the patients, we have an app that empower them to take control on their well-being with these main features. So we're gonna have the hyper personalized AI companion. So it's gonna offer screening and doctor recommendations, compare clinics, and facilitate seamless booking for them. So it's gonna be easy for Grit to find hospital, to book everything, and to manage the records of his family health. For example, if he bring to his father to this hospital, everything is going to be recorded in our applications. So in the future, if his father needs to came back again, he could look into our applications, and it's going to show that when his dad's going to need to go to the hospital again. So it's going to be easy. It's going to be like Google Calendar, and it's going to be like booking.com altogether for the sandwich generations. So what's more, it's also gonna include appointment notification. So as mentioned earlier, he's gonna know when to go, and they're gonna have the medical status as mentioned to store vital informations, and finally the family calendar as mentioned earlier. So in addition, we're also gonna have the virtual health card. So there are going to be a QR code behind the card themselves. So when they went to the hospital, they could show the QR code to the medical provider. Then you can just get checked in. That's easy. So by that, then we add other applications for the hospital as well. So the hospital are gonna get their own applications. They're gonna have the camera. Then they're gonna scan the user QR code, and after that, it's gonna be an easy check-in process. And finally, the most important and the core features of us is the spiderweb score. So the system can clearly visualize the strength and weakness of each hospital side by side. So you can add up like 5 hospitals, and it's going to show each hospital its own strength and weakness. So as you can see here, you can see that this hospital, for example, we are comparing the Rama 9 and the Bangkok hospital. As you can see, Rama 9 have the better innovations, meaning that it have a better equipment and medical instrument than the Bangkok hospital. So moving on, we can see that the criteria, we have efficiency, so it shows how fast and responsive the hospital to the service is. We have the innovations, as mentioned earlier, how advanced the technology is, accessibility, how convenient the hospital location is, and the facility is how good overall the hospital environment is. So let's look into the use case. So first, you're gonna start finding your AI companion, and you're gonna fill your medical history. Then you're gonna go to the homepage and click on the companion and start the conversations, get treated, and after you get the result, you're gonna search for the medical provider. Then you compare them in the spiderweb score, so choose the one you want. Then after the appointment, the it's gonna store in the family calendar. Then your companion is going to remind upcoming appointments and prompt you to fill some clinic form. Then at the clinic, it's gonna show you a health card for quick check-in, and your companions guide you to the examination room. Then it's gonna track your medication as well. The clinic will receive an app that optimizes a patient flow, as mentioned earlier, so it's gonna check in easier, and then the user can review us at the end. So the our value propositions are the hyper-personalized AI companion, the multiple family members record, the one-stop seamless booking, and notify appointments and medications. So looking in our target customer, the sandwich generation for the Samsung, you can see that it's pretty big and it's very interesting, since it is quite an interesting market, and many people didn't look into this target customer, and also as you can see here, the competitive analysis, you can see that we are the most personalized and the most time saving in this quarter. And also these are others major players in the industry right now. And for our revenue model, you can see that we're going to do a subscription fee. It's going to be basic and a premium, and also we're going to do the commission fee, and also some advertisement from the insurance company and the hospital. So our funding strategy, we're going to go for the TED fund, and then on the seed stage, we're going to go for a Y Combinator if possible, and so on to Series A and then Series A. And finally, for our team, we have me as a founder and CEO. We also have the co-founder, who is a general practitioner, and we also have another 2 advisor who is in the development side and also the medical industry side. Thank you. So for the first questions, that's a great question. The heart of Hospify lies in the hyper-personalized. Unlike basic chatbot, our AI companion begins with a brief personality test, so it allows us to match the user with an AI companion which align with their communication style. So it's gonna be it could be empathic, direct, or playful, depending on their preference. So it's gonna be very personalized, and also another important is that our AI doesn't just answer medical queries, it learns over time. For example, if Grits prefer clinics with fast service near BTS stations, then the AI will prioritize those recommendations. So if he often forget medications, it will gently follow up with reminders. So we also integrate secure user data like medical history, past appointment, and preferred clinics, allowing for contextual conversations for trust, we built a layer of medical validation rules into the AI, supported by clinic consultants, so the recommendation remain reliable, not generic. Since we have doctor who actually create the algorithm, so he, for example, if you have a common cold, we have a algorithm that detect that if it is serious or not. If it's going to be serious, then we're not going to deal with that. We're going to tell them that they need to go to hospital right now. So we're going to recommend but not tell them what to do. So the ultimate goal isn't to replace doctor, but to bridge the gap between families and the healthcare system. So it's going to be easier for them to make decisions and easier for them to understand. So for the second questions, that's an important consideration. So the thing is that we target the sandwich generations. So we're not gonna focus mostly on the old sandwich generations. We're gonna focus more on the younger sandwich generations. So it's gonna be easier for them to understand our applications, and it's gonna be better since the early you use our applications, the better it's gonna be at the end of the day. Because if they have been used for like 5 years, our application would store many data, many integrations that understand this user preference. So by the year 5, it's gonna be an application that understand this person so much that it's gonna be something that they need and they cannot live without it. So and I believe that for the older caregiver, after if this application is a success, it's gonna be easier for them to adopt. So when more people talk about it, then there's going to be people who help and teach them that, okay, try this application, it's going to be good for you, it's going to be easier. Then even though if they doesn't have knowledge about tech, then they could use it. So the third questions, so what are the biggest risks? So I think that about data privacy. So it's going to be handling sensitive medical data, but based on our advisor, he told us that we could do a security where the password for our database could change like in seconds. So every seconds, the password to our database is going to change every time. So it's going to be very hard for the hacker to get into our the database. And also we're going to use the cloud service. So it's going to be like AWS. So it's going to be safe. And it's not going to be we're not going to build our own database unless it's sure that the security is very high. And for the clinic partnership, that it's going to be quite hard since we are still a student. So it's going to take time for clinic to start adopting our service, but we're going to try with the one who is going to be the early adopters, which is the clinics that is in the not the very big clinics. It's gonna be the small one. So those users we have interviewed before, they tend more to want to use our service. And for the number 4, so how will I convince them? Well, the thing is that when we do interview, it's already proof that they are waiting for this kind of service. So I think that we need to be careful with the marketing, and if we do it well, then it's gonna serve the right people, because based on our interview, this is real, the pain point is real. The thing is the efficiency of our marketing, that we need to hit the right target user and for them to adopt our service. So that is going to be my answer for that. For number 5, so my milestone, so on the first 3 months we're going to finalize our UX UI, which means that we're going to go pilot with some clinics, and then we're going to complete our PDPA guidelines, and by 6 months if possible we want to get more clinics. But to be realistic, on this year we're going to go with do more contests and actually contact with more clinics to gather more information from the medical provider side, since right now we only got the interview from the patient side but not the medical provider, because it's quite hard to find the right clinics and the CEO of a clinic that is available to give us information. But our team will try our best to find the B2B partnership, and I hope this year we could execute it and actually make this